every guy like who knows like Brandi Love.
Yeah, of course.
Like, how did that happen? Like, I was like, I clicked the thumbnail. I was like, holy shit, he got Brandi Love.
Yeah, man.
Like, what's the pitch? Like,
I shouted her out in the song first because I was just like naming MILFs at the beginning of the song, and then like word got around to her, and then I'm going to the video shoot, and the director's like, "Yo, we got a surprise for you today at the shoot," and then I didn't know what it was, and I got there, and it's Brandi Love.
holy fuck.
So I was like,
Son of a bitch.
yeah.
Yo, it's Craig Robinson, and you listening to This Stays in This Room podcast. Take your panties off.
Like left a like little bed, like fade down and shit. Which one do you like better? Because we're just now trying this out.
The first one.
First one, a little stab. I'm kind of with you. Ladies and gentlemen, Young Gravy in the house.
Yep.
Here, baby.
Yeah, welcome to Portland, man.
Stays in This Room podcast.
Yeah.
Stays in This Room podcast.
It is.
Yeah.
Is this
It's an
your
extension?
Is this your first time in Portland or no? No.
I came here as a kid one time.
Uh-huh.
I used to stay at my homie's crib in Bend, Oregon.
Yeah,
Okay.
Bend is dope.
It was dope. And then we did Hawthorne Theater in May.
Okay.
So that was like the last time I was here.
Nice.
Yeah. Now we're
Like it?
going
Like the
back.
vibe?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I used to want to live here really bad, and then I kind of like got into like the bigger city, LA vibe. But I used to really love. I mean,
Yeah.
It's a cool
obviously
town.
Going back a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That was dope.
how much? I've never been to LA. How much like scale wise is like LA bigger than Portland? Like huge?
Huge.
I would say like 15, 20 times bigger. Probably.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Because like LA itself is small, but like everyone incorporates like Compton into LA. Compton's its own city,
Valley
but
and
like
all this-
yeah, so
yeah. And it's just super spread out.
Yeah.
All that. Yeah.
I think you're down there then. Was that, I mean, so would you say that that's like someone that's climbing in the music industry? Because you're originally from the Midwest.
Mm-hmm. Minnesota.
Wisconsin. Or yeah,
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Some
Went to
Minnesota.
Wisconsin, but yeah, from Minnesota.
And so I'm from the Midwest also. And you can make a name for yourself and like try to do it there, but would you say that you have to like move to LA to like really get it rolling?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I really got it rolling with just the internet.
Right.
And, like, I didn't even really know anybody in music, and I kind of just had to like do it all on like a SoundCloud, Twitter, YouTube, and that stuff. But once like I really got into like improving music and all that shit, like everybody, all the producers, everyone you want to like work with lives in LA. So it's like you go there, and it's like the way I look at it, it's like every night that you're in LA, there's like some like opportunity to like go meet somebody, make music, whatever. Like it's just way more going on than.
And like all your, like you said, all your contacts are there and
Yeah. For music, yeah, absolutely.
Just
where it's at.
it's networking.
Yeah, I almost feel like when I started rapping, like even like a couple of years ago, it was like L.A. or New York or Atlanta, where everyone was gonna go there for hip hop, and I was like trying to decide. I was leaning towards Atlanta, and then all of a sudden, everyone I knew in Atlanta moved to L.A. Everyone I knew in New York moved to L.A. Pretty
now
much.
it's all
So it's like
in-
everyone goes there. Yeah. I mean, I think for me the weather is like the weather and just like the vibe is just like you can't beat it, and it's like I don't know. I'm used to Minnesota, like just shitty cold all the time.
Yeah.
It's so different. It's so different. And,
See, dude, I feel like it's cold here, like right now, like I'm bundled up, but I can't like. This probably isn't shit to you.
yeah, I mean, I got used to LA though, and then I went back to Minnesota, and it was -50, and it was
So
really
the shit's still cold.
Yeah, crazy.
I got a question. So I was just watching some of your videos, and Pizzazz came on, and every guy like who knows like Brandi Love.
Yeah, of course.
Like, how did that happen? Like, I was like, I clicked the thumbnail. I was like, holy shit, he got Brandi Love.
Yeah, man.
Like, what's the pitch? Like,
I shouted her out in the song first because I was just like naming MILFs at the beginning of the song, and then like word got around to her, and then I'm going to the video shoot, and the director's like, "Yo, we got a surprise for you today at the shoot," and then I didn't know what it was, and I got there, and it's Brandi Love. And
holy fuck.
So I was like,
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I moved to LA, right?
She's mad cool.
Yeah, no, I bet. Yeah, I mean, I've seen interviews.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, okay.
Yeah.
I've seen the couch interviews.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I was just so intrigued, and it was a cool like going back, like time traveling. It was
vibe,
just
yeah,
really
yeah.
dope.
I think
it was a dope video.
Yeah, we didn't know what to do for the video, and then we just were like all in one day. We're like, let's just do all this ignorant shit. We just had like a budget from YouTube. We're like, let's just do this and this and this. And then yeah, and the video like doesn't totally make sense. It's kind of just like
Yeah.
You're just
Yeah,
like, oh shit, Brandi Love's here. Let's
yeah,
shoot.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that was interesting. You said it was a budget from YouTube, not from your label. Like that's how does that work?
It's because I did this program with YouTube where they do artist in residence, where they like pick
nice.
a couple artists every year to like bring out and kind of like help them review like what they need to improve and shit at the YouTube, like YouTube for artists especially. It was kind of when they were dropping YouTube music, so like I just helped out a lot with like them deciding what were like the best way to kind of initiate that, I guess.
That's
so then,
dope.
So then at the end of that program, they give you like a budget for video. And
Sweet.
That's what we did. Yeah.
That's dope.
We shot it at the YouTube studio. They have a studio in LA.
Oh,
And
fun.
they have them all over, but we did it at the studio, and like we drove the DeLorean in there and everything.
Yeah.
And the screen, like that's why
That was
it's
cool.
not looking like that.
Dude, I have a question. So you on your come up, you know, you're talking about like the SoundCloud rise and the internet, and nowadays it seems like, you know, if you have a laptop and something to say, you can attempt to make music. Like you can start a SoundCloud and put music up there. It could be trash. It could be fucking the next Kendrick, whatever. But what's like the secret sauce? Or, like, do you make your own beats? Do you have like?
I usually pick all the samples for the beats. I don't produce though.
Where do you pick your samples from?
I'm a really big like soul fan, and like I love like funk from like 70s and 80s. So
Yeah.
I just go through and like pick my favorite songs that I listen to and send them to Jason Rich, and he makes a banger. That's pretty much how most of the beats come out.
So Jason Rich.
Yeah, it's like my main
Okay.
producer. He's based out of San Diego. But then now at like a higher level, like it's hard to get all the samples cleared. So we have people will be
Money.
like instrumentalists that'll like play similar sounding shit. So like my new album is like only like one actual sample on it, and everything else is like kind of like inspired by music that I like, but it's like original compositions, which is really nice to have because then you don't pay as much and it feels more like genuine.
Like
Authentic.
like
Like it's
actual,
your
like-
vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actual music, you know,
Yeah.
not just like hitting a button and you're like, okay, there's a guitar riff, right?
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have someone like
Yeah.
actually playing, or the actual sample.
Yeah, but like as for SoundCloud, like the secret sauce, I think is just being different. Like when I like decided to really like go after it, I was looking at like Lil Peep, like who else was making their shit really unique. Like Ugly God is another example.
Right.
They have like a really like the brand across all their shit was the same, and they have like this vibe of music that's like different than anybody else. You can't find another artist making the same music as Lil Peep that's as good or better. So it's like if you nail your lane and then it's different than anybody else, that's where like I think a lot of people like get the wrong idea and they hear like what's popping and they try to copy it.
Yeah.
They try to copy like whatever songs are big, and that's how like you get tons and tons of like SoundCloud.
That's
rappers
what
out here.
that's what I like about your music, is because you get any artist in here and you say, describe your music to me, and they're like, oh man, it's like taking this and then this and this and mixing it all together. But then when you play their record, it sounds like every other fucking trap ass bullshit that like you hear. But with yours, it's actually different. And
I
like what
definitely
you're saying
hear the
with
funk,
like
like for sure, and watching your videos and listening to your music.
Yeah,
It's
like even like what you were saying with like Lil Peep, like him or not, it's
was
different
unique.
and unique, and like that's how you stand out. But yeah, respect to your
Thank you.
and your music, because you're not just doing like the cookie cutter shit.
Yeah. I mean, like for me, I looked at it. I was like, all right, I want to like spit some fun shit. I don't like there's too much like serious or like aggressive ass music out right now. I'll make some fun shit, and then I want to like take this sample sound but bring it to like trap, because it was like I would hear lots of records coming out like Kanye, like Action Bronson, all these artists that I really liked that were using samples, but they weren't using 808. It was just like if you heard a sample, it would usually be like a chill song. So I was like, where is this like this old school, like I mean 3 6 Mafia did a little bit, like Juicy
J
a little bit.
Yep.
That's some of the inspiration for the beat style, but like no one was doing it now. So I was like, I'm gonna take all these samples that I love and just like make them bang, and then it's got like
Do
the
fun shit on
nostalgic
it.
feel, but it's like feel good and like just I don't know, good vibe shit.
One more question for me before I know Miho's got some things that he's itching to talk to you about. Whenever
Other porn stars in the video.
yo, you got Brandi Love's number, by the way? No, so like you talk like if other people describe you, you know, like I've heard be like, oh, it's like Lil Dicky, and like you know, you get compared to like these like what's the word, like goofy type, like. But the thing is like with like the goofy rap or fun rap, like whatever you want to call it, to where it's like lighthearted, you know, this is what I want to know. Do you feel like you have to go through an extra layer of like proving yourself for people to like take you seriously, or do you feel like you get like lumped in as just like, oh, it's just like fun, like
it kind of depends on who's looking. It's like if you hear like my like biggest song, Mr. Clean, like it's I got some goon shit that I say, and that was like one of the songs I ever made. Talk about like Kentucky and people fucking their sister. I was like ignorant lyrics, and people are like, oh shit. But like I think it's more like when I think Lil Dicky's super talented, but a lot of those types of artists are more like they think of like a joke or something and
that's
then turn
what I'm
it into
saying,
a song. But it's like I mean, Ugly God's a good comparison where it's like he's still making music, like the song comes first, like he's trying to get a good sound, but then he's just not worrying about what he's rapping about, you know. So I feel like people like him, Ski Mask, 2 Chainz, like a lot of these rappers are kind of like where they're just saying like ignorant shit, but it's fun and it's like kind of just like punchlines, you know. So I was like, I think a lot of times I get grouped in with like Lil Dicky just because like, you know, white dude from the Midwest type thing, but it's like
singing funny,
but I don't know, I feel like there's a difference, but I see the
100%.
I get why people will say that.
You spoke about Kanye, and he's affected a lot of people in the music industry, if not the world. How has he like affected you musically, like with samples? You know, you like oldies, like old Kanye used a lot of oldies, and like personally and musically, how has he affected you? And part 2, like, what do you think currently of like what's going on with him?
So I really liked Kanye a lot. I like his older music a lot. That inspired me a lot. I still consider him one of my favorite rappers. Like all of his like College Dropout, all that shit is like some of my favorite music. And like the way he would I mean, I think it was the same thing where he'd take some of his favorite artists and like flip it. So I mean, he helped me get into Marvin Gaye. I mean, when I first found all this like soul shit, some of it was coming from rap
through samples.
Like, and I'd hear it, oh, what is that? Where'd you get that? And then I'd like end up finding the music. But currently, I don't even really know. I don't really pay attention. I don't really know what's going on. I know he's like
going through some shit.
I don't even know, honestly. I don't pay attention to like the Kardashians or any of that shit. Yeah. It's kind of just not my vibe at all.
For sure.
No,
Fair enough.
My whole thing is like, I'm with you, which I'll admit this again on the podcast. It's like up until last year, I didn't really even like fuck with Kanye at all, just because I wasn't in his lane. He wasn't in my lane. Like I just didn't listen to Kanye. It's like last year, started listening to Kanye. As you can imagine, it's just like this flood of like, oh, shit's dope. Like, and so I'm just like overload listening to Kanye. And then all this shit starts happening where he's like having his like breakdowns and like saying all this like weird political shit. But he's promising like all this music that's like supposed to come out like last November. You know, I got a new album coming out with Chance. It's like you see these like little clips and snippets on Instagram, and I hear it and I'm like, damn, this shit is fucking dope. And it's just like you're hearing like 10, 15 seconds. At the same time, I'm like, dude, you're fucking off the rails right now, and I don't know what the fuck's going on with you. I don't know. I mean, can you separate the artist from the art, I guess?
I mean, I guess I effectively do that by just not even
engaging.
Yeah, I don't really know. I know people are like, yo, Kanye is fucking up big time, and I'm just like try to kind of not think about it because I like to go listen to College Dropout. I didn't really listen to his new music that much. I thought the album, the orange one, Life of Pablo, that one was cool. That was a lot of crazy shit on there. I thought that was cool.
I really
like other than that, I haven't really paid
Did you last dip into Kanye?
Yeah.
Word.
So you got this new song, Alley Oop, with Lil Baby.
Indeed.
I dig it a lot. How did that come together with?
How do you mean?
I spent a lot of time in Atlanta. I got a lot of good friends there, and I was recording at the studio Tree Sound, and this engineer Jay Rich, who's a good friend of mine, pulled up, and he's just been really vibing with my shit. He works with quality control and shows a lot of the artists.
I was like, I know that name.
Yeah, he puts a lot of artists onto my shit there, I guess. And then he just said, Lil Baby heard some shit, and he was like, yo, this is fire. Like, how do we like make this shit happen? And then I heard that, and I had been a big fan of Lil Baby, but I just was like, nah. And then, but I was like, I don't have a song that would fit Lil Baby. So then, like that night, I just like was like, let me like listen to this. Let me just like, cause I love Young Thug, and I was like, yo, like I've never even tried this type of style of shit. I'm gonna be more ignorant. I'm gonna like just try some like more like a different style, and then I made that song that night and sent it, and it was done in like it was mad quick. We weren't in the studio together. I couldn't make it out of the show, but like I met him right after we did the video and everything, and it was
I was gonna say you got a music video out with it too.
Yeah. Do you storyboard your own music videos, or like do you like?
Yeah, that one basically I was just like, yo, I want to do a video where I had this concept. I was just like, yo, I've never seen a mosh pit of moms before.
Yeah,
video.
I was like,
And that was the concept. That was all it was. I was like constant like mom mosh pit, like maybe like a party, and we're gonna crash the party, and I want to dunk on a kid. Those were like the three things.
Yeah, that shit was hilarious.
And then they just put it together, and it came out really good.
It was dope. It was dope, man.
I like that video a lot.
All right, one thing before we wrap this up, I always ask this question: if you could have a giant billboard anywhere in the world and have it say anything, where would it be and what would it say?
Hold on, dude. Wow. That's a good question, bro.
Yeah.
Maybe probably O Block, Chicago.
Okay.
Hate like Chief Keef collab with Young Gravy.
nice. Well, thank you for coming in, sir.
Of course.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Congratulations and good luck,
Thanks,
man.
bro. No, pleasure.
Yeah.
No, pleasure, man.